Hours before the start, the pits are busy. It's blazing hot and the tarmac road shimmers between the trees. The driver's briefing. Toto Roche lays the law down and up. The drivers disperse. The Porsches are wheeled from the paddock. Chief Mechanic Tony Robinson leads out the UDT cars. Colin Chapman has a final word with Trevor Taylor. Jack Brabham on the second row of the grid in 2 minutes 16.1. Roy Salvadori and the Lola further back. Second fastest at 2 minutes 15 seconds, Graham Hill, BRM. John Surtees, fifth fastest next to Brabham. Innes Ireland on the outside of the third row. And as the minutes tick down towards the start, the television helicopter looks down. 17 starters, 54 laps, 220 miles. But there's very little red on the grid. The Ferraris are strike-bound at Modena, and Phil Hill is a spectator. Bruce McLaren, third fastest, 2:15.4. And in pole position, Jim Clark at 2:14.8. Behind Bonnier, Ginther's in trouble. Now, let's all keep cool. Quick, give us a lick. And there it is. Richie Ginther's got a dead engine on the BRM, but it's too late to be able to do anything about it now. It's Graham Hill who leads off the line. Coming down to the hairpin, it's Graham Hill from Jim Clark. Graham Hill and the BRM with quite a firm lead on Jim Clark, Bruce McLaren, John Surtees and Jack Brabham. Through the uphill swerves, it's Hill and Clark, but now Surtees is past McLaren. Then Innes Ireland and the Porsche. Richie Ginther is still at the pits, but finally the broken starter lead is fixed and he's away. First lap, 2:28. It's Hill, Surtees and Clark, McLaren, and past the pits accelerating through 130 miles an hour. Richie Ginther sets off in grim and solitary pursuit, 3/4 of a lap behind. At the hairpin, Hill has Surtees on his tail. Jim Clark ahead of McLaren, then Brabham, Gurney and Ireland. Ginther is the only lonely man on the circuit. Graham Hill is being pushed very hard by Surtees. Further back, Salvadori leads to Beaufort and Trevor Taylor. On the straight, the battle for the lead. With Bruce McLaren still fourth behind Clark. Jack Brabham is hanging on. And young Tony Maggs, though well behind McLaren, has never gone better. Hill needs no signal for Surtees, he can see him. And with Clark and McLaren in hot pursuit, this dice is enough to put the breeze off anyone. First casualty into the pits, Joe Siffert of Switzerland, Lotus BRM. And shocking bad luck for Ireland, a broken off tyre valve. 2 out, 15 to go. And 80,000 spectators get their money's worth from the battle for the lead between Graham Hill and John Surtees. Jim Clark draws away a little from Bruce McLaren, who's fourth. Jack Brabham's fifth. Dan Gurney challenging sixth. Someone's off the road, and most unusually, it's Bruce McLaren, whose failure to find fourth gear spun him off. Brabham and Gurney sweep past, and McLaren rejoins 2 places down on the 10th lap.